Hello everybody, sadly that we don't have a co-caster yet. Maybe somebody will join us, but you know, as of yet we don't know. Dimmy, of course, is playing here. Dimmy G versus Spartakus. There's no Dimmy in the booth. There's no K-Long because he's playing a league match. So, you know, it's a bit tragic that we don't have the co-coms, but you know, what can you do? So yeah, Spartakus has got Norse with only one mighty blow and a dirty player. He's got a bribe and an apple, bribe and a babe, sorry, which is what I thought he might have done. Dimmy was very concerned about the wizard, and Elliot and I weren't as concerned about the wizard. He had a chat with us, and he was thinking about sacking this block blitzer to replace the lineman. Obviously, he couldn't do that. And then, as it happened, Spartacus didn't take the wizard anyway. So there you go. Yeah. And so you know, the Norse team isn't actually that good. Obviously, it's getting 150 inducements. Dimmy's team is also not that good, to be fair. But it's Kislev, so you know they can do some leaps and get the ball off here. It's just all about the ball sack, isn't it, with Kenry? Or Kenry, with Kislev. So you know he's got this restless stripper. There is no sure hands on the Norse team. He's got a Rackler, a couple of Racklers. Mighty blow of his own to try and chip some of the Armour 7 Norse. And 2 move-up catches, which they're a little unremarkable, honestly. You'd much rather have Agile strength on them, right? They're about 1500 Norse, I believe. Plo, hello Plo as well, with the classic exclamation point. Natty, haven't seen you for a while. It's as if to prove your point as well on the exclamation point, Natty. Ploppen got the final, and he could have got the final. Like, you know, he did play some Blood Bowl, he did like a triple dice uphill and stuff, but he literally could have got to the final without playing Blood Bowl because he had 2 natties. And now Sol has got 2 natties, so now Sol could get to the final and win it without playing Blood Bowl, just on the strength of 2 natties. It's insane, isn't it? What an insane, stupid little kids game we all play. He's disconnected, has Spartakus. This is looking good for Dimmy. 5:52 left. Maybe he can actually... Oh, no, he's back. Unlucky. Unlucky for Dimrath.
Tu as déjà goûté la croxiade, Bob?
Une boisson énergétique concoctée par les scaven du clan
And we
Pestilence.
are back up live. Oof, nearly quads.
Mais je suis pas stupide à ce point.
Oh, he's lost connection again. Dimmy might get the admin win here. Living the dream. Living the dream for the disconnection win. Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Comme le lapin de la Ro64, ce joueur dure vraiment plus longtemps.
Oh, he's rolled a skull. He literally pushed him the wrong way. He could have just pushed him ahead. And he didn't. And now amazing. Oh, maybe like with the disconnection, right? Maybe he came back. Maybe that was what happened, right? Maybe when he came back, it clicked the wrong, like it went to the wrong square. Maybe he clicked on the right one, but it went to the wrong one. So now, I mean, this is obviously horrific for Spartacus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pass it back to him so he can get the ball on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can get the ball here on this one, and this one can sure hands pick it up, go back past to him, and you can just blitz him out of the way with wrestle. So yeah, this is looking very, very, really bad for Spartacus. I've got no idea where Spartacus is from. He's European because he was in the same division as me. I think he's Spartaco is Italian, isn't he? I don't know where Spartacus is from. Doesn't get the POW. That's a little bit unlucky. Spartaco is Italian. I don't know about Spartakus. He was in Rebel. He was in the same division as Rebel as me, and my Chaos absolutely murdered him. Down to one player. He was left with literally one player. Who was Chuck Norris on his Kislev team. Funny enough, his Kislev team was left with one player, which was Chuck Norris, and everybody else was killed by my Chaos, which was pretty fun. If only he had his second blitz and he could surf that guy. Oh, he's not going for the sure hands pickup. I mean, the other guy is closer. You know, so like this was my first instinct, was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then pass back like this. Like this is cool, but obviously it would be kind of nice to use the. Oh yeah, he doesn't even need to cut that corner. Saved himself 1 in 36. Probably should have moved all these safe moves first. Before the 3+ pickup and the 2+ pass and the 2+ catch. I mean, definitely Seagal, Thompson is. Are you in comms? Wait, why was I not sharing voice? Okay, I mean, I'm sharing voice, so you should be on PC if you say something.
Yeah, I was just having headset issues.
Glorious.
So I can hear you.
Oh, baby, hello, PC.
Am I audible?
You are audible, yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, baby. What a delight. Thank you so much, PC, for joining. That is amazing.
Where else would I be? I do have half an eye on Mr. Page's game, which is also looking fascinating.
Oh, is that his CCL, like, champion?
Yes, it's live right now.
Oh, wow. Well, better not mention anything, because...
Okay, I shall give no spoilers. You'd like to do a replay, don't you?
Yes, thank you, yeah. I can do that at replay straight after. Wow. Oh, it's Bazza, isn't it? That's Bazza. Oh, wow, that is a really cool game. But, you know, obviously, have to honour the champ. You know, top billing goes to Dimmy G, always.
It's Thomas T versus Mr. Page.
It's not Chalice, then.
Oh, is it not Chalice? Okay.
No, Chalice is Bazza. Like, the worst draw Bazza could have got. Well, not really, I guess. Maybe some of the other Chaos teams are worse.
Oh, no, right, it is plays 50, yes. Thomas T's incompetent plays 50. That would be this season, wouldn't it? I've been watching the wrong games. Terrible.
I'm not playing Page now. But you are playing Page in Chalice, right, Bazza? I did get that right? I did get that right. It is Bazza. It is Bazza versus Page. But
that'll be a game too.
And he's got a chance Thursday, 2100. Thank you very much, Bazza. Yeah, he's got a chance, right? The fact it's 11 Chaos gives people chances they shouldn't get.
Yes.
Shouldn't have, I think.
Yes. Plus, Baz is a very good coach.
Yep.
With the right inducements and the right dice, anything is possible. But it's a very killy team that Mr. Claw, Mr. Page has brought.
Mr. Claw, yeah. Might as well call him Mr. Claw.
Surprise, surprise.
He's Blood Bowl's Mr. Plow, isn't he? I mean, Bazza can definitely win. I mean, Bazza could win if he'd never played Blood Bowl before.
Now, speaking of can win, I mean, I think Dimmy's got a decent shot here, don't you?
I mean, a very decent shot now that he's stolen his ball. This was Spartakus's drive, and he frenzy trapped with a blitzer for no reason. He had a 2 into 2, but he pushed him the wrong way. I think it's because he had disconnected, and some maybe when he got the connection back, it misclicked. The game misclicked rather than him misclicking. I think.
Spartacus, of course, one of the Russian contingent.
Is he?
Yes. Spartaco, Italian, Spartacus, Russian.
I never knew what nationality he was, despite killing his team in Rebel.
Now, are these Norse aware that they do the leapy thing, these Kislev? Because there's a lovely shape there to do some surfing, isn't there?
There is, yeah. I wonder if Dimrath will. But obviously, of course, he could then get counter surfs and stuff. So it's
yes,
it's
yes. His only sidestep piece is, of course, grabbing hold of that ball, and I would think favouring running the hell away.
Yeah, maybe.
In fact, this could just be an entire turn of running away, couldn't it?
Yeah,
Dimmy. Easy blitzes. There's the Norse right up on the corner where the foul was done. Maybe.
Yes, I like blitzing him because you got Mighty Blow, and it seems
Yeah, you got
churlish
Mighty
not
Blow.
to.
You can also, if you pick your angle right, you can use it to leverage the fouled player out and make him slightly less prone to another foul.
Yes, I really like that. And he gets to come back as a cage corner as well, doesn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So perfect. But yeah, it's, this is a pretty good drive for Dimrath so far. Stealing the ball instantly.
Yeah, so he gets to come back behind the defensive line, so he won't be hit back. I think we're looking at that angle. We are. That's a lovely angle there.
Se rapproche d'un coéquipier.
Yeah, and as I said, leverages the body out,
Domino,
making a secondary foul that much harder, and gets removal paid for his lovely angling, gigging.
Yeah. Good play rewarded. Who would have believed such a thing possible in Blood Bowl? And that he probably just leaps out now, doesn't he? Oh, he dodges.
Yeah,
He should have left
I mean,
out for style points.
Well, it's all about where you want to fail. I would have leapt that because failing 2 away from where he was it's the same dice, isn't it? I'd have thought was a better position to fail within the line of where he's defending. This one, similarly, I think I would leap for the same reasons, but
Yeah, me too.
it's fine, isn't it?
It is. It's very marginal, but also just like, you know, I would leap even if I was just going to go 1 square. Just because he's not going 6, right? So he might as well just leap and just for style points.
Well, there is that. But I mean, it is, as it's something that is within your control, particularly if you're not planning to re-roll, even if you are. Have a think when you're dodging off about where your options to go to are, and, you know, is leaping better? Leaping, of course, more than doubles your number of squares as options. Where is the fail best?
Yes. Yes, very interesting. That's super interesting.
Well, lovely position for Dim here. He's got his killer protected, he's got his ball carrier in a nice cage, and he's got his other runner tucked in behind the field too, so lovely.
Yes, and seeing as Spartacus is disconnected twice already, that's a very good point, Randor Coruscant. Dimmy, of course, wants to be using 3 minutes every single turn here. Maximum time on animations too. Really wants to increase the chance of that admin win. That is sadly optimal, isn't it? Like, you know, like nobody would do it, probably. I mean, maybe the odd person who, you know, maybe should have been banned for life from PlayStation, maybe they'd sink to those depths. But
Well, I mean, what is the prime strategy? Because, of course, you know, if they're having dodgy power now, don't you want to put the pressure straight back on them and tax their system right now?
yeah, maybe. Oh, getting the extra hit.
ce joueur va se
If
prendre
he
un
somehow
coup de
doesn't
ciel
power
très
6
fort
dice, which it
dessus
looks
la
like he hasn't yet.
Bien vu, ça.
I
Et
get
dans
it.
l'intimidation, c'était une de mes spécialités pour jouer encore.
He could foul as well. Not a great foul, but he's got a bribe. I think fouling's his best strat now, right? He's just got to try and high roll the removals because he's pretty much lost this drive and therefore pretty much the game. So
He does have a dirty player in range, and there's another one on the bench, so he's probably not going to be that shy of using it. Norse do need to get the removals going, particularly if they're going to rock and roll and get this ball back. I don't hate it. I mean, he'd have to bring the midfielder probably up as well, wouldn't he? To make it at least 2 assists. 1 assist is pretty heartbreaking. No, he's just going for it.
yeah, it was pretty lame, but I think I don't hate it. Even with 1 assist, I think just got to throw a foul at every turn and hope to get lucky. And obviously,
Well, at the moment,
he could have.
he's in a dark place surrounded by Dimmy G. I mean, what a terrifying thought.
Yes, many people have been in that situation with Dimmy.
Poor wife. You're in a dark, dark hole, and it's Dimmy G that put you there. Wow. And whilst people think of Kislev as falling apart, because of course they do, they don't come with any skills. They do have AV8 across the board. They don't just crumble like, for example, Skaven can do.
Yeah.
So all this contact, perhaps not ideal in the long term, but you can expect to last it for a couple of rounds if they'll have a team left.
Yeah, once they get a bit developed, right, they're like Chaos or High Elves in that they just start off as defenseless armor 8, mostly. But once they get a block and wrestle on a few guys, then yeah, they're just as durable as humans. Whoa, good old humans! They're the bashiest team in the game. PC has fallen Dimmy's dark hole. Oh, I did think that that PC was a bit robotic, but there you go. I don't know if that's something you could fix or not. And hello Neuros.
Gonna have a try.
Hello Foxamania and hello Lupac. Unbelievable. The legend that is Lupac. Wow, J5. Oh yeah, sorry Neuro. Yeah, I didn't upload to YouTube for a couple of days because I've been busy playing Minecraft constantly. But yeah, I guess I should get back on the YouTube uploads. Maybe today I'll do the preview.
Vas-y, mon gars, mords-y l'œil.
There's not many videos to put on, to be fair. I haven't been streaming it, to be honest, Neuro, because the streams have had, like, 5 viewers max, which is a bit sad, right? So I don't know with this ad incentive whether it's better to stream to 5 people for an hour or not stream at all for an hour. Like I don't know if that tiny amount of viewers is a few more viewers that helps you, or if it drags your average down so it fucks you, So like, because of that I'm reluctant. I'm hedging my bets and not streaming it. So there you go.
And only playing with his mighty cock in private and not in public.
It fucks you hard. Thank you very much, Lupac. Well, there you go, Lupac. Lupac with the information, so there you go. So Minecraft will not be streamed. Will not be streamed until I am the new Shulkercraft. So, maybe never.
Right, I've done a full reset. How's that? Am I still robotic?
No, you sound beautiful.
Nice of you to say so.
Wow,
You
that's a
sound
good idea.
refreshed and rested yourself.
Ooh, thank you. Yeah, that is a good idea. Just make a second channel. Oh, Lupac with the brains. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea, Lupac. Thank you. Oh, that's actually a brilliant idea.
Yes, you can entitle it Jimmy Mediocre plays games from 15 years ago that people cared about then.
Wow. Wow.
So, Dimmy's effectively swapped to the right-hand side of the field as he's looking at it, leaving all of the Norse behind, and due to some leaping wonderfulness. He's left a hole, but it's only up the middle of the field, and there's a couple of nice Cossacks in the way. These Norse are getting severely outflanked.
Yeah, more fantastic. Jimmy's fantastic. Yeah, I got told off. I joined a Minecraft server and posted a picture of my skyscraper, and they all said it was inappropriate. It got deleted. It got deleted, and this is inappropriate for this server. It violates rule number 4. They were all very serious about not posting giant pink cocks. Sad. Left a 75% 2D on. Yeah, he has done, yeah. Without tackle though, so it's still not great. And he's moved his dirty player. I think the dirty player is the main route back into this for Spartakus. I think he should be playing full shithead. Just blitz with
just
mighty
trying
blow,
to
whatever
remove
happens.
Dimmy's team.
Yeah, blitz with mighty blow, whatever happens. Foul, whatever happens.
I mean, the problem is then he's not long on the bench, is he? He's got that 1 KO that he can replace. But that's it.
Yeah.
The Dimmy G, of course, 2 on the bench, but one of those started on the pitch, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I don't know how it's got off. Did he get served or he hasn't used his apple?
Dimmy's still got an appo, so it must have been served. So it's 10-10, but at the moment Dimmy has a pool of 12 to draw from. The Norse, you would say, had 11.5. So they are going to try and pour up the middle of this field and separate those 2 Cossacks out, and at the same time attack the cage. He's definitely not taking this ball dive, is he? Of course, it is into a blodge step, so, as you said, without tackle, that isn't that appealing, is it?
Maybe he is going for it. Oh, he hasn't got a 3D here. Maybe he is going for the ball sack. Because he hasn't blitzed with mighty blow.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
Obviously, he's lost. He could have had an easier route in, but he can still get there. Just go one
The
way.
perils there of the Norse lineman. Rolls a strength first action. Gets 2 more skills, and after tackle, all he can think to put on it is fend.
Yeah.
Il faut se rapprocher jusqu'à
Ah,
sortir
he's
de
blitzing,
la
He's
yeah.
corner sniping, trying to go for the easier one.
Collé entre ses dents.
I think it was definitely better to 3 dice this guy with Mighty Blow. Or even 2 dice with Mighty Blow. Get the Mighty Blow.
Yeah, then 2 die on a blodge stab. Or a blodger. Neither of which are appealing, are they? 30% chance.
PC fried Jimmy so hard. What happened there? Did PC... Oh, with playing a little kids game from 6 years ago. Well, no, 16 years ago. I don't know how long. 11 years old. I wish I'd started playing it 6 years ago. That's my biggest regret in my life. No,
My children sometimes still watch some Minecraft content.
It's
Sometimes
not,
even Roblox.
there you go.
The,
I mean, the
Ironically, get into that.
Minecraft gets lots of views still, for sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they did when I went to university, Ali Raider, but when I was at college, which is like for the Americans, college here is like high school for you, whereas college for you is university for us. It's very confusing.
Yes.
Isn't it? Fucking Americans. But yes, so when I went to sixth form, college, high school, whatever, nobody had mobile. Like literally nobody had mobiles. But then when I went to university, everybody had mobiles. Like it's crazy,
That's a
isn't it?
nice removal. Yeah, absolutely. I remember, when I left drama school, I met my new future wife, but we were just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, and we bought mobile phones. We still have quite similar numbers because we bought them at the same time. That's how long we've been together.
Wow.
Mobile phones weren't much of a thing before, and since then, of course, everyone's got them, and we've kept the same numbers. So.
Wow. Amazing. I am, yes, Lemon. At least I'll give them what they want, which is gigantic cocks. I mean, I guess that's what about half the grown-up population wants as well. Way.
Yes, but mostly those are men, Jim. That's the interesting thing.
PC must have bought the very first mobile phone back in ancient Egypt.
Yes, it had a flip screen and hieroglyphics.
Oh man, I had a really sexy flip screen one. I can't remember the make, but it was a really
They're
cool
back
one.
now, flip screen phones, aren't they?
Are they?
But I don't like them. I don't think smartphones should flip. I'm not sure that's the thing.
Yeah, it was tiny. It was just like the Star Trek communication things. It was a really nice one. I can't remember what it
I
was.
blame Star Trek for flip phones entirely. I don't
Yeah.
think we'd have them without Star Trek.
Yeah, I agree. Oh god, yeah, flip smartphones. That's weird as hell, isn't it?
It's weird. Well, Dimmy progressing this anti-drive quite well. How long he'll be able to stall up now he's reached the corner, who knows? But the Norse still in some disarray.
Or data array. Hey! Oh, it was the E330, the Samsung E330. That's what it was. I thought it was Samsung. Oh man, that was a sick phone, honestly. That was such a sick phone. Right, sorry. A bit of a nostalgia.
Well, I mean, he did, Brando, in terms of achieving the fact that he has their ball. That's certainly true. But since then, all he's really done is run away from a not particularly tough press.
Yeah.
He hasn't found any notable early leaps, but then he's done them all in the right order. So the time he gets to the leaps doesn't really matter if he does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, but I mean, he has been pretty lucky on them, but yeah, it hasn't really mattered.
But it's not like he's putting 4s and 5s.
No, exactly.
However, I'm not sure that he'll be able to hold out against this much frenzy, tackle, mighty blow that's going for him. Although, as I said, a weird amount of the mighty blow turns out to actually be fend if you look too closely.
Yes, there's one mighty blow on the team, which is not what you'd expect from Banger Norse, is it? There's just so much fend. A fend spam team.
It's a thing. But I mean, what else do you give linemen? They are so terrible.
Yep.
Oh, je sens que ça va partir en sucette.
Hello, J5. I'm surprised that his strength is just out here, chilling, doing not much. I thought if you were going to bang in the
Well, it's the fact that it's the tackle as well as the strength, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have tried to get him in as well. I guess you can get the other Ulf in here.
Just somewhere in the vicinity of the ball. I mean, he's got 3 tackle and none of them have really threatened the ball carrier much.
Okay,
Or
foul in the jump up, guys.
Anywhere near it.
Yeah. So yeah, Dimmy's got a leap. And maybe blitz to free him. So maybe he can cage over here or something.
It is some pressure on the ball position, Jimmy, but it's not enough, is it?
I don't think so, no.
It's a pretty easy lever off.
Yeah, if this guy was basing and this, like, you know, this guy GFI'd, so at least more people are in contact and more dice rolls to be made, but the fact that he can pretty much make a cage with, like, 2+ is... I mean, he can just make a 3-man cage, can't he? So he can definitely cage it on a 2+.
I mean, now the 2 fend tackles that have taken the midfield position make a little more sense. He is just trying to push him in, isn't he? I mean, it's stallable, but you could see how it could come under a lot of pressure.
Might be better off just scoring.
Yeah,
because then he's got 3 turns to turn him over again, right, with 4 rerolls. So
yeah, it's against the head. You've not lost anything hugely. At worst, you're what, 1-1 down at the half. Well, I mean that's fine. You'd have taken that going into the game. I mean, I do love a good Enfield stall, and I mean there is the midfield wrestle strip piece that can come around and help, and the 2 that are free. So you've got at least 3 definitely free pieces. Yeah, it does look like he's going to stall another turn.
Yeah, this is the problem is I do think stalling here and scoring next turn is probably worse than scoring this turn. However, obviously, if he can stall out the half, that's better. But probably better. It might still be better to score now and go for 2-0, honestly. The fact that he's got the 3 rerolls, like, you know, 4 rerolls for 3 turns.
Yeah, it depends. There isn't a huge expectation of damage, is there? I mean, most things are either clear or can be clear fairly soon. And without a huge amount of risk. There's only 1 guy in contact for any fails, so... I don't know, I quite don't hate this stall at all. Whether he can stall another turn after. I mean, if he's going to, he's going to have to put some pieces at risk that he probably doesn't want to.
Yeah, I think the extra... That's the thing, I think because the extra turn of stall is hard, that's why I like this turn of stall less. If you get me. I mean, now somebody's getting served, which isn't great.
Yeah, I didn't feel we needed to stand that up at all, really.
No.
Just for a dirty player, when the second dirty player is coming on for the second half anyway, so... Whilst I don't hate prioritising a dirty player, that one felt a bit needless, and as you said, it does lead to a serve. But the ball does look safe, so... It was sort of all right.
Yeah. Oh, now 2 guys can get served.
Yeah, that's less good as a position by quite a long way.
Yeah, I really liked where he was, yeah.
And also that's the stand firm Ulf that can surf the wrestle piece and get next to the ball.
Yeah.
And yes, of course you can do things about it, but you're not going to surf it back.
Yeah, I guess this gives him, like, the fact obviously he's not getting blitz now, he's armor 6, like he really didn't want him blitz, did he? So
no,
I can understand that, and it also gives him more of an outlet across for another turn.
Yeah, it's the catchers that are going to have the ability to win the game if he can get the ball popped somehow, isn't it?
Yep.
He only has 2, they're both very good, but they are both, I think, vital to him. And the other one with its sure hands is a great ball hawk.
Yeah, it's pretty safe, Saz. It's pretty safe this turn. Like the stall is always going to be pretty safe this turn, but it's just the fact that is he going to be able to stall it for another turn afterwards? And if not, I'd have rather had 3 turns to turn him over for the 2-0 because I think it's doable, right? Especially as he's starting down men, hasn't really got anything good on his team. You know, I think there'd have been a pretty good chance.
Has to go quick. Can't be 1-0 down, kicking the ball at the second half. So you give him 3 turns, he's definitely got to go for it. 2, he might think this is just some damage.
Yeah, exactly.
And particularly as I see 2 serfs, surely this can't. Why?
He knew he'd won in 9, so he didn't blitz the wrestler. Brilliant.
Well, and it's a blitzer, so even if you knock it over, it's going to get up with loads of pace and agency. Well, I felt that was a poor decision. Though, as you said, if the dice had been the same, not that I believe they are, it wouldn't have done him much good the other way. But it would have. I prefer failing the right thing.
Yes, me too. Hello, Kev. Yeah, this looks like there could be another turn stall after all. Maybe.
Certainly does from this position. There's no pressure on where the ball is, so he can just click end turn. And have a reasonably good shot of scoring on a 1 in 36. There we are, something approaching the word pressure. Well, we're certainly getting to the point now where we would have expected at least a stun or a KO.
Oh, and his bribe failed. Wait, he didn't use the bribe. Okay. I guess he's saving the bribe for one of the 2 dirty
Saving
players.
it for the second half. His kicky kicker.
Yeah. Well, now Dimmy's got a guy free with no dice, which is lovely. Really helps the stall.
Certainly does. I mean, you can move into a safe stall position, which can't be made worse than a 1 in 36 before you do anything at all that's any rolling of dice. What a beautiful, beautiful day. Or you can do this.
This is
Which
fine.
is fine.
Didn't need to reroll that. The push is fine. He can still stall, right? He
Yeah.
pushes here, follows.
And
oh, he
1 in
can't follow.
36 there
Oh,
would
he
have been
can't.
problematic.
He can't follow. Or maybe he did have to reroll it because he's in a like he can't.
He could. You can put the other catcher. You can follow. Put the other catcher.
He can't follow because fend. See, this is the thing.
Ah, yes, because the fence.
The fend is actually critical. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the other catcher needs to provide the assist to the one near the line, then, and then you can drop the freed one round the back. But oh no, it's already moved. So now you probably need to score.
Oh, so you can put the catcher up there. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky. It's actually tricky now. You could go there and put the catcher up, but then he can 1D and he can't really get around. So I guess you could just move the ball 1 forward and the other catcher 1 back, and that's probably going to be good enough.
Well, you can score. Norse aren't that fast.
You could score as well, yeah. New EU4 DLC got the hentai tag on Steam. What the hell?
Oh, Dimmy. I think he's stalling, Jim.
Yeah, he has done. I did think this was the safest way of stalling.
Yeah. Yeah, it should probably be all right as long as he. Yeah, I mean, it should probably be fine. There's nothing that can get around the back. The fending tackle piece could. No, he's decided it wasn't fine. The fending tackle piece could 1-die that wrestle strip down, but then there's nothing to actually come for the ball, so it would probably have been all right.
Yeah, and he could have done a 1D and a leap and try to get things to secure it a little bit.
Yes, again, a leap with the fail is in a critical square, blocking the one route that could have been made available to the ball.
Yeah.
Would have been the leap I'd have gone for. But yeah, it's probably fine.
It is probably fine, but see, this is the problem. See, this is why I didn't like his stall, because I didn't think it was likely to get another turn of stall. And now the Norse have got 2 turns to score, and okay, it's harder for them to score in 2 than 3, but it's a lot harder for Dimmy to counter score with 2 turns.
It's the point where it almost isn't worth trying, is it? I mean,
yeah,
because you'd have to push something deep, and at that point, you're trying to defend the 2 turn.
yeah.
If the line of scrimmage doesn't get knocked over or is knocking around looking interesting, you might have a think about it late in the turn, but it's almost certainly not going to be a priority short of a blitz.
Yep. Yep, that was words of wisdom from Dionysian there. He said about that, and I'd probably thought about it subconsciously, but yeah, I thought it was it's very worth mentioning that allowing a 2-turn score is usually a lot worse than allowing a 3-turn score. Just be like, depending on what type of team you've got. Obviously, if you've got dwarves, you're never going to counter score, right? If you've got dwarves, you want to leave your opponent a 2-turn instead of a 3-turn, obviously. But if you're something like vampires or elves or rats or Kislev, then yeah, it's probably better to leave your opponent a 3-turn than a 2-turn.
I mean, I've 2-turns scored as dwarves plenty of times, but it's plenty of times, not loads of times.
Yeah.
It's still notable when you pull it off. 2 turns is very difficult as dwarves.
Is it enough to pull me back?
Quand est-ce qu'ils vont le remplacer?
Je te vois venir gros comme une maison, Bob. Soufflez dans le ballon, hein? Pas question que je te relance là-dessus.
So, Dim's set up in the standard chevrons.
Yep.
Sense, I believe, Andy Davo invented.
Ah, yes, he did invent all the setups. I invented the Gdanik setup, though. And funnily enough, Gdanik started using it after he saw the setup guide, so there you go.
As I've said many times, I invented inventing things that had already been invented.
Wait, no, that was Fashbinder that did that. he actually did invent that. So maybe by you claiming to invent that you invented it, maybe you've one-upped him.
Very difficult to know which way to go here. With a strength 4, it's traditional that you push the wing and head down that side. But of course, Dimmy has blitzers who can jump up. They are jump ups. Nice boys. Which causes its own problems. You then have to get out of range of being surfed or otherwise monstered. And if you're breaking through, you need to break at least 2 through. The other way is, of course, the Gipin Hul, which is right down the centre of the throat of this team, but that means knocking the line of scrimmage over and knocking it over in such a way as to leave that Gipin Hul able to be walked through.
Yes.
Not easy, usually involves 3 blocks straight forwards.
Yes. Oh, well, here we go. Ultimate reward for Dimmy. He gets the blitz. Oh my god.
That definitely should have gone a turn earlier. A blitz and 3 is a wonderful gift. A blitz and 2 is tight.
But of course, the leaving Spartakus the 2-turn is what led to him setting up vulnerable to a blitz. So it's
so vulnerable to the blitz, where one flank can pour forwards and you can still leave a reasonable defence in front of the others. As realistically, Dimmy is not reaching this ball landing site, and that is, of course, an AG4 fetching it, Jim.
Yes.
And you gotta think that Spartaco probably realises he has to score, and therefore that AG4 is going to pick up and probably hurl it to something, which will Tato its mad way down the field.
Glorious Tato.
Ne serait-ce point Lord Borak que je vois là-bas?
We all love a good Tato.
Bien lui, Jim. Hey!
Now all you need to do from here is just pull one across. There we go, Dim. Lovely. And now even if the line of scrimmage goes down, the central area is reasonably well protected. Is the blitzer going to come for this ball, Jimmy?
Maybe. I thought maybe that.
Or the final catcher?
I would have liked this catcher.
Final catcher.
Yeah, I'd like this catcher to have gone, because he could have screened him off a bit, right? Oh wow, beautiful cards.
Lovely. Takes out the Zerka. Brand new to the game. Never to play again.
No. Apple works.
No. Oh. Yes. Well, that's saucy. That was only a badly hurt. I think he had to, didn't he, Jim?
Yeah, probably. With his send-off. He needs the numbers, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's at 11 maxed, so...
Oh, well, don't like this.
At least it always works on a badly hurt, eh?
Yeah. Don't like this at all from Dimmy. I much preferred moving the blitzer up to here and then...
Shuddering hell was that? Yeah. Everything was fine in terms of the defence. Yes, I would have pushed that blitzer just forwards. Case for misfield. And also, you just want people to worry.
Yeah, I think having him in the backfield... Like, he's still got 2 more turns, right, with having the blitz, so... There was still time to get in, so...
Yeah. And 2-0 at the half with the ball in hand, you're done. You can do whatever you want. It's all fine. If it gets too much pressure, just throw the ball at them and run away.
Yeah, I think that
It's
maybe...
fine. You're going to get the ball back still.
Yeah. I think that maybe was a bit of Chalice Nurse, perhaps, I thought, maybe he thought he doesn't want to, really hyper aware that he doesn't want to overcommit and leave himself exposed, and he was just trying, he was a bit too hard to defend.
Shame he's played the rest of the half really, really nicely after the turnover I didn't see, but I loved the positioning he took first. I loved when he came for that hit, but to not either push forward with that blitzer or take a safe route back and then push the catcher forward, I think is a shame.
But this is why he was doing it. See, to be fair to him, this is the... Oh no, okay, he's going all the way around, so we just got him to move still.
The power of fend. Yes, to create this hole, which it was creatable, but then there was also the catcher that could have been pushed across. Now that you'd injured that Zerka that wasn't going to jump up.
Yes, maybe he should have done the blitz first and then moved that catcher, because he moved the catcher before the blitz, didn't he? So maybe he shouldn't have done that.
But Spartakus is going to be able to get some people into position.
Yeah. Not many. But,
Well, interestingly, that Ulf stopped one short, so he doesn't believe in Ulf's scoring.
Yes, maybe he should have geofied.
Pumps in the go for it. It works. Wow.
A re-rollless handoff. Unbelievable.
Everyone's coming. Yeah, that's a big play. Basker's definitely bringing his big boy trousers. If this all works, he can find himself caged in the midfield with Dimmy's entire team behind him.
Yep.
But I'm making he's going to have to... This is fine, but he's going to have to put 2 go-for-its on the Ulf. And then at least 1, but probably 2 on the final Norse as well.
Oh yeah, you can just do 1, can't you?
You can do 1, and probably that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, because they can leap in anyway. So.
Yeah, and you can tag that 1 first, but he needs these 2 to work.
Yeah, he has to. Well, yeah, he
has to do the second.
Yeah,
has to do the second.
Not doing it. Well, now it's just a free.
Well, Dimmy's got no guard, so this becomes a 1 die, but it...
Yeah, but you've got to make him roll a 3+.
Yeah, that's... I'd have done it, Jim.
Yeah, you've got to make him roll a 3+ for it. I guess, like, Dimmy's best hit is the wrestle strip, right? So he's got to roll a 3+ for that anyway. So I guess that was his thinking. He's got them in scoring range, so now he's got 4 people in scoring range, and so it maximised his chances of getting people in scoring range. And yeah, the hit that Dimmy still wants to go for is a 3+ anyway, right? So maybe that was good play by Spartakus.
Yeah, maybe it was. You're right. Perhaps he's trying to cover where the ball will go to rather than think it's not going to get stripped off him, because it is. And also, it would have been very hard to defend where the ball is and to get a position forwards enough to be a proper threat to score. He did achieve that with that incredibly ballsy handover, so, yeah. Lovely from Dim here, making sure the curtains of elfishness are drawn before he tries to pop this ball.
Because Kevin, he is streaming it himself, so, and he's doing the commentary in his own game, like Elyod. He could, of course, had us doing it.
Similar to Elyod, not like.
So yeah, he does the leap, does the strip, and the ball is on the ground. It was a little bit selfish, yeah.
He does go for the pickup. I was going to say, I don't think you need to go for the clear pickup. But Dimmy thought he did. Doesn't make it, but of course that does put the blodge step right in front of that ball and move it even further away into another tackle zone.
It could have ended badly though, couldn't it? But I guess it was almost guaranteed to have 2 tackles on zone. So maybe.
Well, I mean, it gives some outs here, doesn't it? There's a free assist, there's a hit to drive someone onto the ball, and then the plus agility piece is lurking, ready to pick it up. It's going to need something to lob it to, but I think he's handling that part as well.
Yep, 3 dice with tackle to clear the side stepper. Yep, this is looking pretty good. Oh, well, that's blocked his path, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
no, I won't give in.
It has. I think he's not putting it on the piece I originally thought he was trying to put it on.
I will defend.
Oh, he's out of range, so he can't put it on him.
Yeah, I'm back next week in the booth, Jim, ready to represent Team Fantastic with
yeah,
no mercy.
That's a shame, because obviously if this guy was 1 forward, which obviously he couldn't be, if this guy was 1 forward, he'd be the way to do it, because then, you know, you get 3 dice with tackle, but as it is, you're just trying to pound with 2 dice without tackle.
Yeah, needs a power here.
I guess you could blitz and then have 3 dice on.
Gets it. Now that gives him the tackle piece.
Yeah,
and
so
the assist afterwards.
Dice,
Lovely.
Yeah, that's...
So Dimmy's best bet's probably to sidestep onto the ball.
Calcium.
Hand? No, it doesn't.
Oh baby, calcium. Sorry, I've got to interrupt for this. Calcium staying fantastic at tier 2 for 65 glorious months. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Calcium. Oh yeah, no mercy. Thank you so much, Kaz. Glorious. He's done it. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's done it.
Double GFI. No!
Oh, tripwire. Bang, he's home for the 1-1. Well, that gives us a good game for the second half.
Yep. 16 beaver pregnancies, also a full stack of items in Minecraft.
Ah, you variety streamer, you Jim. Content across platforms and indeed across the years.
Yep.
Well, I'm sort of glad for the game. I mean, this is still very much favouring Dimmy. He's still 1-1 with the ball in hand. A position you would choose to be in. So,
yeah, he's got not let his head drop here, hasn't he? I feel like
No,
Dimmy might be a bit sad that he's let that touchdown in after getting the blitz.
I'm sure he will be. He has lost momentum, Jim. There's no denying it. If you look at the momentum of the game, from a great high over the first 6 turns, he didn't play turns 7 and 8 very well. And consequently, we are where we are. But, yeah, there's still some good things that can happen here.
If he was Elliot, he'd be saying he was the worst player the world has ever seen, and he doesn't know why he streams, and he'd be apologising to everybody.
He would.
But, you know, it's not that bad, is it? He's just got to get over it. Forgive himself.
If he scores on his
instantly,
drive, which you've got to think you're capable of doing, he wins. So, yes, he's 10v11, which is going to feel a little harsh after how he slammed the Norse around a bit. But once he had the ball, he was constantly on the run. It could easily be lower than 10, couldn't it? That wouldn't shock us. So the 2-turn defence did not work, but we are where we are.
I'll tell you what he has done, Dimmy, I think he should have uploaded this, right? Because this gets him to 10. It's a badly hurt, and it gets him to 10 players. And I think maybe he should have power uploaded that. Yeah, I think he maybe should have power uploaded that. He's not going to get a great opportunity to upload anything in the second half to win the game, apart from an early KO. So I think that he should have definitely uploaded that.
Against Norse with this much fend, you're always going to take a few casualties. So, yeah, I would have absolutely the first, particularly a badly hurt, which is coming back. It's that reliability in a cup game of thinking, well, I've definitely got that one back, so I'll use it now.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's often better to let the perms go, which is heartbreaking but true.
Yeah. I mean, I think on ladder, obviously, you eat this, but I think you probably should have. Uploaded that. Who cares?
On the other hand, if one of his key catchers suddenly gets a missing and he appos it, we'll think it was a genius. No, he won't. But he'll be very glad.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you have to always prioritise the game you're in. Almost always. Not if it's ogres or something, but generally, like I think, so much of because Blood Bowl is so variable, so much of the equity is like wrapped up in the game that you're actually in, right? And I think it's very hard to justify lowering your odds of winning in the cup, particularly. Fair enough in that.
Win the game in front of you, then see what you've got. There's also inducement packages, rents, stars. There's things that you can do, so just win the game in front of you. Now, speaking of the equity of a team and high rolling and risk, what do we think of Spartakus putting his team very much on the line here in a very literal sense?
Yes, and it might pay off because Dimmy can't get the second push here, can he?
No.
He hasn't set up correctly. Poor Dimmy.
Fend is also a factor, isn't it? It's going to create some holes which you would ideally want closed at times, I'd have thought.
Yeah, but he had to set somebody up in that square where the blitzer is.
Yep. Yes. But, both the strength for line piece and the nice ult for its stand firm, both risked on the line.
So I don't think the fend would have mattered because he would have got that hit and then like sidestep to here.
No, I think you're right.
And then these two in, and then I think the fend's all, like isn't that big a deal. But definitely had to have somebody stood here to punch and then punch the last one off. Never mind.
Oh, Dimmy takes the hits.
He's just got to give his head a wobble and not lose it.
So, I mean, even if it's just 10 seconds, just advocate, stand up, take a walk to the door, grab a beer or a cold drink, just clear your head, sit down, coach a good second half. He's still in position to win this.
Yeah.
I hope he knows that.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I'm not implying that Dimmy's mentally weaker here or anything, and I've got no idea how he's acting on his stream or anything. But I think it would be natural to be a little bit down after that.
He does get spin anxiety. From that, one can induce he might get a bit of chalice nerves. Yes, I think that's fair. But we joke about them all the time. But of course they're there.
Yeah.
These are games that upwards of 30 people are watching Dimmy at the moment.
Yeah, there you go. Incredible. But I'll always remember Shirley Bassey was on the breakfast TV once saying how she gets nervous, performing in front of people. And it's like, isn't that crazy? Like, Shirley Bassey, that's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, that she was still alive to talk was amazing.
Yeah. No,
the
but
technology keeping her going at this time of life. I do know what you mean, Jim. I feel the same. I did 300 odd performances at the show I did in the West End once. And I still got nervous for the 320th because it's, you're still going out there in public. If you're not getting nervous, you really shouldn't be doing it.
I won't give in
you're putting yourself out there.
Victorious.
It's the same with the chalice. It's something we all try to get to. However hard or not hard, doesn't matter. It's a limited availability thing. It's very much in the public eye. People, even if they're not watching live, will watch it. So, yeah, the pressure's always there.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mind Cheater. Welcome to Team Fantastic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you have footballers that get paid 300 grand a week that get nervous and stuff, don't you? And
Absolutely.
If they're getting paid 300k and get nerves, then why wouldn't somebody playing a little kids game for fun get nerves? If professionals that are paid that much still get nervous.
Because it's a kids game and we're playing for fun. But I do take your point, Jim. It's people whose job it is to master those nerves don't manage it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So those of us that are mere amateurs stumbling in the world of psychoactive drugs, sports psychology, are unlikely to be its master if they're not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. You're getting 300k a week and you can't master it. Why would we playing a little kids game bother? But that's the Dio school of thought, isn't it? And to be fair, I think Dio is the king of the Blood Bowl outside of the game aspect. like with all the
I
mental
certainly
stuff.
think he would agree with you, yes.
But the problem is it is a little kids game with massive amounts of variance, so I think it's all a bit bollocks and not worth thinking about.
Yes, and I do think it's one of the big crossovers with poker is that the ability to prevent yourself tilting when things that should have worked didn't, or things that shouldn't have worked did, is very key in terms of your long-term, both mental health, but also outcomes in the game.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Oh, glorious mind cheater! Yeah, YouTube. It's only been a couple of days, hasn't it, without YouTube? But I'll get back on YouTube very soon.
And that's slightly different to the sort of rage you sometimes see from the summation of that luck. Some players are able to sort of rage about how the game and the dice in general, and yet still bring their full focus to every decision. And for some, the minute they start talking about how it hasn't been a lucky outcome set for them in that game, you can watch their resolve disappear.
Yeah.
Emotions in themselves are not necessarily unhealthy, is my thesis. It's how you deal with them.
This is a Dimmy Dacker, isn't it?
Does look that way. I think with the speed and ease with which he got around the Norse in the first half, I'm hoping we don't see it. I mean, at the moment it's set up to either go instantly either direction or backwards, isn't it? It's a nice field position to be in. He's not committed any one way or the other.
Bit of a
Norse are not super fast, like Kislev, so if the Norse do come in on one side and not the other, we might see him outmaneuver them as he did last half. It is now shaping up more like a Dacker with the ball collected, yes.
Oh, look at the soul. He likes Jimmy. Fantastic. Glorious. Hello.
I'm going to ask, just short of other content, do you like this as a Dacker situation, Jim?
I mean, it's weird. This is more of a half Dacker, isn't it? Like, everything's hittable, so it's weird. Yeah. I think I would have preferred just trying to bang them down a little bit, seeing as, they're armor 7. So I would have probably, rather than do this, I would have tried to bang down the LOS. But I think this is fine still.
Yes, I mean you're 10 versus 11, but as you said, they have got the armor 7 versus your mostly armor 8. I do think I'd have been trying to get those numbers equal. And you get 2 Norse off the pitch, they're suddenly going to really struggle to cover the entire field against any kind of attack. So I'd have been very tempted. Perhaps all that fend is giving Dimmy the heebie-jeebies.
Maybe.
It's not good enough just putting tackle on the ball carrier, really, is it?
No, I don't.
If he pops a re-roll in, it's a 1 in 36 to stop him. Is that your realistic hope to turn this game around?
He does have that guard, though, doesn't he? And that guard does protect that tackle, so...
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, that's why I said dodge off. I mean, there are ways to hit yourself clear, but it just feels like too much effort, frankly.
Good though, it is good having the guard on either side of him, so that it's not easy to... Not too easy to clear.
I mean, it's not just the ball carrier, is it? It ties 3 other players down too, so... It is a nice offensive front.
Yeah. And thanks, HTK. Everybody does in Minecraft.
Does it leave the left of the field wide open?
I mean, it's kind of... It's good and bad that it invites the Norse onto you, isn't it? Because if he does it poorly, it can give you some free hits and can let you, remove some of his armor 7 players. But if he does it well, it can put you in a lot of trouble. So I would have been tempted, honestly, just to have banged down the LOS and played properly. But Dimmy likes a Dacker, and I can't complain about a Dacker. So there we go.
I can. I'm just choosing not to. Okay, so that's interesting. Early signs that he wants to keep the strength 4 tackle fend. For some reason, piece back as a sweeper.
Oof. And there is the Plim Plom foul.
And it gets its response. You see, having backed away from those hits on the line of scrimmage, and if you're not going to hit, armor 7 on the line of scrimmage, when are you ever going to?
Yeah.
We're now finding ourselves down 11-9.
See, Dimmy doesn't appo this, and he's like rightly, but
yeah,
it just proves how much more he should have appoed this, right? If you're not going to appo this next, in the second half, then you've got to appo this badly hurt in the first. Like, I know he's got his nice catches that he...
Well, I mean, the badly hurt in the first half is actually a good appo, whereas the miss next is a bad appo at any time. But it's still, if at this point I had an appo for some reason, which I wouldn't have because I've had KOs and badly hurts and it's a cup game, so I'd have used it. But if for some reason I'd let my sister coach and I still hadn't used it, then at this point I would throw it at the miss next game, probably.
Yes.
But it's still so unthinkable that I'd still have it. I mean, perhaps I was ill or...
Oh, God.
No, I can't imagine it, Jim, sorry. Sorry, it's the second half, it's a cup game. I've had a badly hurt that would be useful. I haven't used it. Did I have 2?
No, just the one.
There you are. If I had 2 and I'd used 1 and I still had another, I might use it on that one.
Yeah. Sorry, mind you. I can't help being obsessed by Minecraft. See, now you've brought it back to Minecraft.
You knew what I was doing there, Jim.
Oh, the shit ballon. Yeah, he's got to. I didn't like this from PC. It's fine from PC. I didn't like this from Dimmy.
Well, a very negative turn has resulted in him retreating.
Yes, yeah.
And as you said, he's caught between 2 lovers, feeling like a fool. Loving you breaks all the rules. He's not quite dackering in that he's leaving too many pieces just about to get smacked in the face.
Yes.
But he's also not pushing hard enough in terms of doing enough of a fight to think that he's going to get removals anytime soon.
Yeah, this is the problem, isn't it?
So lots of dice being rolled. Now they've worked. He's got the dice rolls out of it, but it's lots of dice rolled.
And this stand firm guy just stands straight back up. And
stands straight back up. As a lovely fulcrum to all of that nastiness.
Yeah.
Or you cancel with a single piece behind and he stands back up and blitzes, which is what I would have done.
Yes.
He uses Mighty Blow.
Yes, I would have also blitzed with Mighty Blow every turn, like I said, from turn 3 or something is when I would have switched into full banger mode.
Yeah.
And really been prioritising Mighty Blow hits. And now as it happened, he has got back into it without doing that. But imagine if he'd got back into it whilst doing that, he would be probably down to 7 men, Dimmy, in really even more trouble.
I do think it's a mistake. I mean, he used his piece very well at the end of the first half, didn't he? Knowing that he had to risk the good piece to put that lovely naff anti-one-turn defence up. But I do like it as a fulcrum right in the middle of the field, holding lots of Kislev there, but it's got to be using that Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
Ça cherche clairement le corps à corps.
I mean, he is up in numbers, but it's... Well, I thought it was doing good work back there. I didn't think it needed to be quite that far forwards, but there we are. Now it's eminently taggable. Perhaps it just got lonely.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's just going to herb derp, isn't he? He's going to absolutely herb derp, base.
Although, to be fair, the piece at the back of that line of 3 is stunned, so perhaps he felt it did need reinforcing, in which case that piece stopped 1 short of being sort of spatially involved, really.
Yes.
But it's kind of in the neck of the woods, so maybe it's that.
There is jump up. This is going to foul him.
I think he definitely is. The bribe's still there, isn't it? And he's still got 2 dirty players, and he's up numbers. It's a great time to drop a foul.
Oh, you can assist
even
from
flourish numbers.
Yeah, and then foul the other one. Yeah, this is pretty decent. Does leave Dimmy a bit of a route out, though, doesn't it?
Yep. But how do you not leave a agility 4 leaper a route out, Jim?
True. But quite a reasonable route out, like.
So it's pressure on all the AG3s as well. It's trying to force the fails that pull the rerolls. And maybe Dimmy will turn order badly.
I think if you're not going to put him further across, then you've got to put him out, right, to get the assist there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think this is too narrow and leaves this left flank. Though to get there very simply, getting the rest there, it's 3 pluses, but if 3 or 4 of them work, suddenly there's a full team around this ball.
Yeah.
Advance to the halfway line, and with Dimmy's team, with Spartakus's team, sort of the wrong side of it again. And we've seen that drive before. Doesn't end well. So Dimmy needs to roll all the dice this turn. 3 are really needed to make this proper save. That strength 4 tackle is lurking. He needs to close this cage in every direction.
Yeah, so he just... Oh, yeah, this guy's there. No, that's a shame. I was going to say he could just blitz and then... but then he hasn't got the assist, so yeah, he can't blitz this guy. There's a guard there as well, so... I thought, you know, he could have gone there and assisted the blitz off, but then that's not good, is it?
Yeah.
Because he's got the guard, so that...
Well, he's got 3 corners, 1 more to do.
Yep. He gets it.
And he gets it.
And now he can make it even better with some extra rolls.
Now he's got to defend the corners of it from, well, first of all, the back edge, hopefully, with the wrestle piece on the Ulfs, from the Ulfs just surfing the piece.
Yeah.
Because 2-2 still takes it to overtime, so you still need to keep all your players alive if you can.
Spicy. Tags the strength 4 as predicted.
Yeah, it's a nice position to be in. It's only a 1 skill blitzer, expensive as they are. You can't afford to be that cautious with it.
I think he's got a run around there, hasn't he? Oh, he's going to blitz him.
Now, it's very hard to imagine how Spartacus doesn't... Oh, wow. Okay, spicy. How Dimmy doesn't get past Spartacus on this drive now.
Yeah. That looks to have almost secured the touchdown for Dimmy, but he's still going to have to defend. I think you can let that go, yeah. Because his prone body is stopping the surf anyway. So
exactly, his prone body is exactly where you'd want him to be standing, so it's fine.
Yep. Great use of leap from Dimmy.
Yeah, exactly what we're talking about. You know, leap to make the fail is in the right square. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you re-roll it. So, if I was Spartacus here, I'd be using my hitty Ulf to come through this blitzer, marking my strength 4, and then filing the entire team through the gaping hole I create.
Yes.
But I think he's just going to go through the hole anyway and not do that blitz.
Yeah.
Probably blitz into the cage, which is, I mean, it's fine to blitz into the cage. If you do so, I'd go in through the rookie catcher on the front corner.
Yeah. Yeah, you can 3D him, can't you?
Yeah. That's what he's doing. Okay. Just doesn't... Oh, well, and gets it.
Yeah.
Just means he doesn't get that strength 4 moving, which I'd like to.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an extra hit, isn't it, from the strength 4?
It is.
Good.
It is. And you can drop something back, which you then knock that blitzer onto, so you don't have to stay on it, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's got to leap or dodge.
Oh, Dimmy doesn't have all that either. Dimmy is...
Wow, come on, Dimmy.
You know, you're looking at overtime and certainly another drive, almost certainly. Like, you know, maybe overtime isn't certain, but another drive is almost certain. So I think you have to have all that now.
Yes, at some point being cautious becomes a failure of either imagination or bravery, doesn't it? You have to risk using the Apo at some point because you need the pieces to win the game.
Yeah. Never Apo, never surrender.
See, that's exactly what I wouldn't have done. Okay, so he's freed the agility piece to tag. Okay, I suppose. But I'd have brought one of these backfield pieces up to tag that blitzer I just knocked over and try and keep the strength 4 free.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe you can do the same, right? Maybe he's... Because if
you do
and
then obviously it becomes the assist to knock it off. then in a 1 in 9, it's still there.
But of course, if you just tag him, he's just going to foul him. He's just going to foul him.
That makes sense. I see. There was a plan all along.
Yes.
I just wasn't smart enough to see it. And he's got the other catcher. I know it's still only a 2+, but he's got the other catcher at the rear. Oh, no, lovely. On a tackle piece. That tackle goes into the cage, and the blitzer is KO'd.
Oh, and then the Apo comes in.
Got to use the Apo there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, okay. But still, not for me, Jim.
No.
It's now all a bit late and a bit desperate, and he is getting Norsed.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was that 2-turn drive, just his head dropped a bit. Because I didn't like the plan this second half, and neither did you.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, either don't be there or be there aggressively, but don't sort of, you know, dodge off but stay there.
Mm.
It wasn't one thing nor t'other. And he's running further away, Jimmy. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
I wouldn't have hated going for the handoff to this guy and like score this turn, but I don't think
Yeah, just bugger off ski, absolutely.
He's not in range, that's the problem. If he was in range, I would have gone for the score, but the move 7 can just hunt him down anyway, can't he? So.
But he's starting to be a critical mens.
He is, yeah. Yep, this is looking bad. This is looking real bad.
Because that didn't work, he's had to move his cage before he does the dodge off. I know it's only 1 in 36, but keep pushing enough of them into someone's face and one will fail one day.
Yep. And he's been really protective of this AV6, I think. I think maybe too protective of the AV6, and that's a pretty harsh criticism because obviously he is AV6. But because he just doesn't want, he doesn't want Spartakus to look at him and he dies, he's been constantly having to protect him and almost hasn't been able to use him for the whole game, So, I think that's maybe his...
Those of you that, like me, have never learned what all the silly symbols are. The ball carrier does not have the squiggle after sidestep, is not Hail Mary pass. It is, in fact...
Sure feet.
Sure feet.
And because it's got a little dice roll. It's got little dice. You see there? Sure feet's got a little dice in the corner, the same as dodge, because they have they're a skill that has a reroll involved.
Yeah.
I never knew that until pretty recently.
Until suddenly there were much worse icons that you thought, well, why doesn't this look at all something I could get information from easily?
Exactly. Yes. That is exactly it.
Why is it 3 colours striped? What's that supposed to mean to me?
Yeah, it seems a very odd decision in a game where they're already divided into categories to then make your own categories that aren't the categories that already exist.
But I had an idea, Jim, and I'm determined to make it happen, even if all the feedback and all the players say it's terrible.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm in charge of all the design. Yeah, he's given up on stopping this. He is just pressuring the stall, isn't he?
Yeah.
And with good reason. I mean, Dimmy has again very quickly outmaneuvered him, driven forwards in numbers with what numbers he has, except this time he's driven backwards.
Yeah.
So it's similar, except in the opposite direction to last time.
Yep. Spartakus has been unable to stop Dimmy's retreat. Yeah, maybe, Kevin.
I mean, if you turn your monitor upside down, you will find this is the first half, exactly.
Yeah.
Just this time, when Dimmy reaches the end zone he's running towards, nothing good happens.
It's so Blood Bowl 3 Solid. It is like all of the things on their own look good, don't they?
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, not the icons, but a lot of the in-game things.
The icons are terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, having said that, if you take the ridiculous colours off them, they're still quite bad.
Yeah.
But they're not shocking.
No, I thought
the pictures are beautiful. I
thought Rick was a bit harsh. Do you remember when we did the what's it called, the One World One Blood Bowl, and Rick said it looked like a child had drawn it. I thought that's a bit harsh.
That is harsh. Particularly as we knew or happened to believe that the lead designer was responsible for them himself.
Oh, really?
And was in the stream at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're his little pet project. That's why they're so hard to kill. But at least on the questionnaire, there was the "Do you really hate my icons?" question. I just hope everyone went, "Yeah, completely." Thank goodness you might finally be ready to listen. Sorry you love them, but we all hate them. Get rid.
My child is offended. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, look, he's got to go. This only gets worse. So
Yeah, the fact that he didn't blitz this, I would have
we're
thought
going
of blitzing
backwards
this
again,
line.
Jim.
Yeah, if honestly, if I
Creating
was
space behind us.
yeah, if I was
Because
Spartacus, I would have thought
If we
about
keep
blitzing
running
this.
backwards, some Kislev might magically appear from somewhere, and no, I'm Sean. Right, so here there was a fairly simple 2+ out.
Oh god, he's rolled a 1.
Yeah, he did not do another one of those. So he could have gone the same dodge out, but then up right, and then a leap of 2, and then a 3-2 out. And then he could have hoofed the ball up to this this lineman he'd put up there, which does still catch on a 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that was all reasonably doable.
Yeah.
Vol, petit Kislevite.
Yeah, to the point where I would have seriously thought either double tagged or blitzed this guy, because I feel like that's the only way Dimmy's scoring. You know, as long as I play sensibly up here. Then
Yeah,
this is the
absolutely.
zone.
I would have 2 back there dealing with it for exactly the same reason.
Oh, he's tackled him though, and he's KO'd him. So yeah, the single mark looks terrible now.
Yeah, it does. It looks shocking. And imagine if you'd hoofed the ball up there, or were still able to. But lacking the chutzpah to take that 1D on, and who would have, really, before moving the ball as it was based? It's still a value, but... Right, the piece going back is got to be the strip ball dirty player, so it's not going to be as dangerous. The kick dirty player, sorry. So it's not as dangerous a piece. Don't we just hoof the ball up there?
Yeah, I think so, maybe. Time for the Hail Mary. Dimmy pretending he's got Hail Mary pass. And yes, kill, this is the first game, yeah. There's some replays to do as well, might do them. I guess it depends if PC's up for them or not.
I'd be up for another one after this, Jim.
Glorious.
We might find a disconsolate Dimmy joins us.
Yeah, hopefully Dimmy will be happy enough to join us.
If Kalon has cut enough peat for the fire, he can get the electricity going again. So if you have others, I will bow out, but failing that, I'd love to.
Glorious, thank you so much.
So Dimmy can run further back, maybe for one more turn. Or, I mean, there's a lovely position to leap right now.
Yes, yeah, this is
there?
beautiful. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't even need to move, you just land next to the Ulf and you're gone.
Yeah.
2+2+ and gone. So that needs plugging. And if it does, there's the similar one towards the sideline, the other side.
Yeah.
So one way or the other, yeah, he's left the one out past the Ulf. So there's a very easy escape here.
Yeah.
Now, you are then going to be midfield, and unless you make this incredible throw and catch, probably no one's coming with you. But I think it's all you've got. I think it has to be done.
Yeah, I think he's got to go for it as well.
I mean, if you really are worried, then the one diagonally to the top right of him, Daedalquist, could go first on only a 3+, and tag the tackle fend in midfield. That would certainly help.
Yeah.
So it's all about what you're prepared to, because then also you get one more. No, you can't. You still leap from where you are. No, he's just doing the leap. Oh, less ones, Dimmy.
Oh, he didn't. He needed to not roll the 1 there. That was bad
really
play from
did.
Dimmy.
Yeah, there's too much else to get done this turn, really.
Oh, that was really unfortunate.
I mean, can you hold on to the ball with that tackler in the midfield?
No.
It's got to go upfield, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have to.
Still
You're
has
committed.
to.
You have to do the pass. You just have to. It's going to be like what, a 4+ pass, and a 4+ catch,
And a 4+
dodge.
catch.
And you should have had a reroll for this. Like, it's really unlucky not to have a reroll for this.
Really harsh.
No, he's not going for it. Boy, howdy.
Okay, well, he needs lots of threes to work then.
Yeah, this is... I don't know how this is going to work.
It's not, Jimmy. But, you know, the ball will probably be, because of the sidestep, will be fairly controllable where it goes down. So if he can get 2 or 3 more up in this screen.
He's got some... He's got... I mean, he's tagged
there
the
we
tacklers.
go, that's
he's,
nice.
Yeah, he's tagged the tacklers. This tackler's tagged already.
Just want someone underneath this ball, and that's the one that fails. Still, it's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not that bad, yeah. Yeah. To say he failed the first thing...
Piling up there and then dodging the midfield tackle, but still.
Do you know
and the sidestep will still take it completely away from where the Packers Norse are, no matter what you do.
Shit, yeah, sidestep. Oh yeah, you've got a dodge tackle that hit then, yeah. I was thinking you could it was be a double GFI for this guy, or you could hit him and then just single GFI to hit with a dirty player, or you could have frenzy, but you can't even frenzy him. I was thinking you could frenzy him over here, right? But you can't because he's sidestep.
Take out that guard, that blocking player with your tackle frenzy, tackle fend, and then you probably come with the elf, don't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, I don't. It's rough. I think it's probably worth dodging for tackle.
You can get 3 into 2, so you can get 5 dice in total.
You've got a GFI to assist even. It's like it's pretty rough. And what if you don't power on this hit?
No, you can get the assist if you get the first power on the tackle. You can get the assist just with alignment.
Oh yes, yeah. So you need this power here, yeah.
And then, yeah, it's 5 dice. And I know it's bloodstep, but still. 5 is quite a lot.
Oh, he's done the GFI anyway.
Okay. It looks like he is. No, he is going for that, and he's got him down. Do
you re-roll this, or do you keep your re-roll for the GFI, and then the 2 dice afterwards?
You have to keep it, don't you?
He re-rolls it. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure. I'm actually not
Maybe
sure.
Maybe not, because he's obviously going to, sidestep in that direction, and 2 in that direction is even worse to try and think you'd ever get it back. So yeah, no, perhaps he's right to re-roll the first ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, if it's 3 into 3, then obviously you'd save it for the GFI. But with it being 3 into 3,
I mean, if you imagine where he's got to, Jim, pushing him there and only seeing 2 dice. Imagine where he goes to next. It's another one in the same direction. It's even harder to get anything onto it.
Yep. So
I think it was probably the right decision. Again, a ballsy play though. Good choice there from Spartakus, who I think's. I mean, despite not loving his plan, his minute-to-minute decision-making in turn has been very, very good.
Yep. Oh, the dirty players really kicked off in the second half.
Really slaughtering this team. Still with the cover of the bribe, hasn't it? As I recall.
Yeah. He didn't use the bribe on the send. He got a rookie send off. Didn't use the bribe.
Yep. Still sat there waiting.
But it has allowed him to play properly. in much the same way as Chunter Sneaky just forced him to play optimally. This bribe has forced the Norse to play optimally.
One AG4 off pitch and the other one stunned. So Dimmy's going to have to pick this up on a 4 and still get away and hoof it down the field.
Yeah, it's rough.
I think perhaps we were right. Need to throw it.
Yeah, I think he had to. It was horrible he'd use the reroll, but I just think...
Yeah, or get out of range. I mean, perhaps 2 more steps of GFI would have taken him out of range. Or, I don't know if he'd fully used it, but...
Yeah, there was no getting him out of range.
He was just in range, wasn't he? Oh!
Wow. All right, Dimmy the dice roller. Nice. Pretty
4-4-3 makes the pass, but it's inaccurate, but it's pretty much where it choose it to be. Nice play from Dimmy. Had to be done, and it got done.
Yeah. Well, he had sure feet. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he should. Okay, yeah, he should have GFI'd then. Yeah, he absolutely should have GFI'd. Yep. Good point by Try. Terrific, Mr. Annoyingly good at Blood Bowl. Yeah, he had the sure feet. Yeah, he should have absolutely gone for them, shouldn't he?
However, not particularly loved in the community, so there's always that to keep you warm.
Yeah, certain half French short people despise him for some reason. It's all rather funny.
Well, what a nail biter this has turned out to be.
Yeah, I think Dimmy's already dropped the GG, and you know, if he wins the toss, Dimmy, he's going to have a chance for some kind of score.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of things Dimmy's dropped.
Un ballon par terre est un ballon dangereux. Il faut le récupérer et vite.
3, 4, 5,
The
6,
problem
7, 8.
not going earlier is he was now outnumbered in the backfield, where of course 4 beats 3, leaving the other 3 to pick up.
Yep. Yup.
Yeah, Dimmy now, and if the ball stays
Can't
in the right
re-roll
place,
though.
then he
So
can't-
it goes to this could be disaster for Spartacus.
Yeah, do you pick that up? Because if you
I don't
don't,
think so
Dimmy
because he can't score.
it.
Yeah, he can't score if you don't attempt the pickup. So
Then
he
you just
got
try an
lucky
even
there.
longer yeet next turn, but oh well.
Yeah.
You're not putting rerolls in either way with only one, are you?
No,
Well,
like-
very lucky with the bounce there.
Yeah, if it had gone to one of these two, Dimmy could go. Oh no, 3, 5, 6, 7. No, so if it had gone to one of these two squares, then
George
Dimmy
Chat will
could
hold your
score.
hand. I'm just going to go and make a cold drink. I'll be right back.
Okey-doke. So there's only a 1 in 4 chance of a bad scatter.
Crois qu'ils ont
Oh my god, there's this as well! Oh my god, there's still a chance for Dimmy.
avec les spectateurs.
Oh, so there was a chance for Dimmy, so you had to go for it. Yeah, you had to go for the pickup because we didn't see this guy.
Tu crois que ce joueur dormait, Bob?
Ooh, do you re-roll it?
Moi, oui.
No, probably not, to be fair. Chances are it's overtime and you might win the toss. And if you win the toss with a re-roll, you might be able to bang it in. Yeah, it's tough. Like the re-roll might have been right, but I think it's natural to not re-roll it. I think it's completely understandable. Not really. Like I don't know which is better. Like I don't know which is better. So I think either's fine. Like the fact that this, it's a 4, 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, but it wins you the game, doesn't it?
En dessous de la ceinture.
Il n'a aucune envie de laisser
And then you're
tranquille.
just keeping a reroll for the 50% of the time that you have a chance. And it gives you a bit of an extra chance, whatever the chance is of winning then anyway. So, maybe if he wins the toss, he's only 30% to win, so maybe he's only got a 15% chance in overtime. So, maybe it's better to put in the reroll for the whatever the chance of the score is on the 4, 5, 2, 3. Yeah, if you had a team for overtime, no reroll. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if he actually had like 11 players, then I wouldn't reroll it. But I think it depends what his odds are for winning in overtime, and I expect they're pretty low. So it's probably not worth
Ah, parfait.
keeping
Il
the
a le
reroll
ballon
for
bien
it.
en main. C'est toujours un peu navrant quand il rate quelque chose d'autre.
Hop, 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 minute. C'est une passe de la dernière chance.
Oh, you can't reroll this, I don't think. Maybe it's a 3-3 to win. Maybe you do reroll this. Yeah. The reroll goes in because that was a 3-3 to win, right? But again, with the Norse here, you are good odds to win in overtime, right? Especially with a reroll. So I think that's one where I wouldn't have re-rolled it, even though it's good odds, because it's like the odds are in his favour to re-roll there, but with the re-roll you almost certainly win in overtime, right? So maybe you're better off not re-rolling there, even though on paper it's a good re-roll. And that's why it's maybe better to re-roll for Dimmy, even though on paper it's not a good re-roll. Ah, but there you go. Now it's bad for Dimrath.
I mean, it never looked like overtime was going to bring much good, but it certainly hasn't brought the ball.
Yeah, definitely don't re-roll if you're going to fail it. Yeah, that's true.
You should only re-roll it if it's going to succeed.
Yeah. The worst is when you make a dodge or whatever, you think for the 14 seconds and then you think, oh, I'll re-roll it, and then you fail, and then you realise that the fail wasn't that bad in the first place, and you're like, I wish I hadn't re-rolled that. Not only because you failed, but like you realise that the fail state wasn't that bad. I've done that sometimes.
Like Dimmy's attitude here, he's put what he's got up in the face of the opposition. So trying to take advantage of a blitz, he's got those runners and his 2 free pieces right up ready to try and do something.
Yeah, and there's no reroll, so something could happen.
Yep.
The Edge 4 is back though, so sad times. Sad times for Dimrath.
And look at this, Spartakus with just enough up on the line of scrimmage to hit it to pieces, but at the same time a nice little screen behind in case there is any kind of shenanigans with the kickoff roll.
Yeah. Dimmy
all his tacklers back defending this pickup.
Yeah.
It's almost like he knows what he's doing, Jim.
Almost, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Spartacus is good, isn't he? He's not as good as Spartaco. I think it's fair to say. I don't think he would.
Fame is actually in Dimmy G's pocket.
Yeah, but
Spartaco I think of as the better player, but also the less reliable.
Yeah.
Now we hit Talis simply because he uses most online methods of playing Blood Bowl simply to sort of warm up and practice things he wants to practice for tabletop. But sometimes he's seemingly half the player, and maybe it's just that he's not paying much attention.
Maybe.
Oh wow, lights the 3 dice on the run, and now he's finally got hold of him.
Yep.
It is of course AV6, which means it's never ever going to break.
Yeah.
How do people not know this about Blood Bowl?
Yeah.
Piece is functionally immortal now that it's dropped to AV6.
Yeah, that was the fundamental misplay that Dimmy made this match, protecting his AV6 for the whole match. He should have just hung him out to dry every single turn. He would have absorbed 16 blitzes completely safely.
Yep. I think you would love to be the Norse in this position, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Look at the quality of those lines of 4 anti-leaping lines.
Beautiful.
And still dropping the boot. Well, still no reason not to, is there? Still has a bribe in hand. 2 dirty players on the pitch.
And you know what? Dimmy's still got bloody Kislev, right? So he's still got kind of 3 war dancers here, 4 war dancers, 5 war dancers.
Always, he can always just leap in and do something, but and particularly whilst there's a wrestle piece on the pitch, you've got to think there's an AG4 to go and ball hawk it afterwards.
So this
you certainly can't take your eye on it, which is why I like these shapes that I'm seeing. You can't leap over and be instantly through his lines, except around the edges where there are other options anyway. Now, one of those wrestle pieces has come deep, and the ball can't reach safety. Safety have to come back to reach the ball next turn.
Don't say it's over. I like this, just a sensible hitting turn here, isn't it? Like, okay, the 1D isn't that sensible, but
free up whatever you can free up.
Yeah.
Keep some pieces alive. Keep that reroll in your pocket, and hope you get a shot at something.
Yeah. It lets him get another 2D. Okay, the catches are together, which isn't great. But still.
Ça sent la bonne grosse empoignade.
Ce joueur préfère se battre entouré.
But you've got to try anything here to chip a piece, haven't you?
Oh yeah, like I think it's the right play. It's just unfortunate that you get
Yeah.
together.
Encore un joueur qui mord la poussière.
Now, I would be leaping this blitzer off diagonally forwards to the edge.
Yes.
I know, horrible landing position, but that way I could pressure the backfield.
Yeah,
And even if it fails, you'd still have to push someone over there to mark it, and I can still leap off again next turn.
Yeah, I would even
So I
GFI'd
think
with him
backwards
as
is
well.
a tiny bit negative, but it failed either way.
Yeah, I would even GFI'd with him as well to just make like a screen here. But
Yeah.
Obviously if you fail it, it's much worse failing it going this way. Yeah, it's trapped on the sideline. It would have been terrible. But
I mean, not if you can leap out anyway on a 3+, Jim.
yeah, but it's
That
still
actually
a bit.
spreads his team slightly wider, which I wouldn't hate.
Yeah.
But it's fine that he came backwards too. You know, there'll be options later in the drive. The ball has to come forwards. But yeah, that's exactly the space I'd want to have been marking. So
L'attaquant bénéficie de soutien.
Tous ces joueurs qui
It's nice, isn't it, getting the tackle hit on the
continue, le syndicat
AV6?
va les blacklister.
Very nice.
beautiful use of the shapes there to push himself through. Get that bonus hit. Though it is the AV6, so it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, true. True. Shame he's wasted it on the AV6.
Now, he did have the option of using his blitz to free up his guard and bring his one guard piece back towards the ball, which I think I would have sacrificed the momentum to do exactly that.
He may yet. No. He gets to hit a catcher. Does nothing. Classic. So both the AV6 and the AV7 catchers surviving getting 2 dice tackled.
Well, it's a 3+ for a 1-die wrestle here, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Fouling the wrong guy, even.
Yeah. Removes him, but that's not part of my plan to take this ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is just stand up, leap 1D. Or...
Yeah. Well, and then you've got the lovely rackle piece
leap.
to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might come with the rackle piece, because then you've got the other wrestle piece for the ball. But you've still got your runners to come for the ball afterwards. They've got the speed.
Yeah, but rackle's just more chance to knock down, isn't it? It's
absolutely.
50-50 instead of 33. But then adding another 3+2 to get it is probably not worth it.
But it's your one shot.
Yeah. Yeah, and you really want to re-roll the hit. Alright, well,
he does come with the rackle.
Didn't re-roll it, I think he had
Didn't
to
re-roll it. You've got to use your re-roll there, don't you?
Yeah, you're not going to get better than that, Dimmy.
It was a sexy shot.
Yeah, that had to be the re-roll. That had to be the re-roll, I think.
Well, perhaps you re-roll the second, the leap, but not the dodge. Maybe that was his thinking, because they might get another shot, but he's got to get his other wrestle piece back, isn't he? Because it's the only thing that's going to take that blodge. Ball carrier down. Runners are such gits, they get blodged, so always use the blodge. It's like they come with it.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because I just don't see how he gets a better chance than that.
I think even the Bonehead podcast says put dodge on your Norse runners.
Wow. After Frenzy, though, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Well, Tom, I mean, look, that is the right way to get a nice CCL record and to get yourself into Chalice. I would argue, and I think Jim would back me up, that it's not the right way to get deeper into the Chalice. Your appos, everything you've got needs to be fully at use.
Yeah, it depends, doesn't it? It depends, like how bad the situation is in the game, right? It's the big thing, isn't it? And maximising equity for the game. They're the two things that are different, I guess. So,
I mean, there's a good chance that if he had used it on the badly hurt in the first half, the entire game would be different. He'd have won it easily.
Yeah, there's a
obviously.
chance, yeah.
No, there's a good chance it wouldn't have caused any impact whatsoever.
Yeah. But there is a chance, though, that it's big. But yeah, more likely it's not that impactful. So.
But I was watching a game earlier where someone worked out that there was a very unlikely cage dive they could have done. That if they did, would have given them the same sort of 50% chance to knock ball clear, right by an edge in the rain, with loads of good outcomes. And they decided instead to blitz the corner of the cage and make him fail a 1 in 36 dodge off. And it was a 1 in sort of 8 or 9 to get in and do it. But we really often turn those things down, don't we?
Yeah, I'm never really a fan of forcing 1 in 36 dodges.
Yeah, I mean, well done, but are you really expecting them to fail it?
No.
I mean, if there's nothing else you can do, fine, I'll do that. But
God, this is a good strategy from Spartacus. Just literally passing and KOing everything.
Yes. He should have done these sorts of turns earlier in the game. We wouldn't have had to waste much time, Jimmy.
Yeah. I advocated doing that pretty early on.
You did. You did say now go full banger, and it's just taken a while for the message to reach him.
Yeah. And now Dimmy has the uphill, but without wrestle. And this is the thing, isn't it? A reroll in this play is just not as good as no reroll in the other play, I think.
Nope.
Not that it matters anyway.
Well, look, he didn't know that he was about to face a turn where 27% of his team got removed.
No, he didn't.
So, in fact, more, wasn't it, actually?
But I still didn't think he was getting a better chance than what he had.
No, I didn't think he was getting a better chance. I think he shouldn't have been left that good a chance.
Yeah, I agree. He's fouling first because he's going to hand off, right?
Yeah, I think he is going to, yes.
Maybe this rookie blitz.
He's got an AG4 to pick it up if it goes wrong, so it's kind of all right, isn't it? He can give it 1 try, maybe 2.
2. He can give it 3 tries. 3 tries, including this turn.
Putting a lovely bubble box around it.
This would be funny, yeah. He could fail 3 50% and then 2 83% and go to kicks. That would be funny.
That would be very funny.
But he rolls a 6 instantly.
Or he could just hand it off and skill up his Ulf. Well, look, late in the second half, Dimmy did get Norsed, and in overtime it continued, but to some degree, that shaky second half, that lack of decision as to what he was trying and how, I think did key into that.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of the Yaka. That was the thing. He wasn't preventing attrition and he wasn't creating penetration, so
no.
That was the problem.
He wasn't testing enough Norse armour.
Yeah.
He certainly needs to be doing one of those 3 things.
Yeah, he didn't give himself the chance. He's fighting an Armour 7 bash team, and he didn't give himself the chance to exploit their Armour 7. Yeah. Wow, he's just stalling on purpose, going for the pitch clear. Wow, he's getting Narmed a little bit. A bit of a Narmer, isn't it?
Well, the comparative lack of pace. I mean, in the first half, Dimmy exploited it beautifully, didn't he?
It's not even a pitch clear. He must not have seen this guy, because this is just totally pointless. He's not getting SPP. It's just a complete waste of time.
Yes, this is just about the ha, I cleared the pitch.
Yeah, but it's not. He can't clear him because he hasn't seen this guy.
At which point, if I have enough players left, I like to make a nice, slight smiley face with them.
Yeah.
2 players for the eyes, and then the rest of the players line up as the smile. If I've got enough, I sometimes put a nose in.
Dimmy should dance. Yeah, he runs away. He's like, ha, he didn't get me.
Should stay just outside of blitzing range, but definitely moving every turn. He is moving him away.
Yeah, that would have been good if he just danced around so he was not taggable. As close as he could
Oleg
be.
Karakin. It's an unnamed piece that is the only one alive at the end of Dimmy's chalice run.
Or maybe he doesn't know how his overtime works.
Perhaps he does think it's... Yeah, he stalled it all the way. He doesn't know it's golden goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he didn't know. Wow.
Well, what a game.
Yeah.
You called it, Jim. When he lost the ball, you said go full aggro. He didn't. But he went aggro enough that in the end it told.
Yeah. Shame for Dimmy, like, you know, getting that blitz and going 1-0 up. It looked so good, didn't it? It looked so good.
It really did, but he had to start the second half with some form of plan, Jim.
Yeah.
And run away slowly whilst staying in range of getting hit a lot. Didn't seem like the plan to me.
No. But, you know, congratulations to Spartakus, who played, didn't really put too much of a foot wrong, did he? There was the odd thing that was a little bit...
A little lack of taking the initiative when things went wrong in that first half, but he warmed up into it, didn't he?
Yeah, and well played, Dimmy, and commiserations, Dimmy. And thank you very much, Purple Chest. Absolutely glorious having you on.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Oh, yeah. And thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.